Good morning, everyone. My colleague, Ms. Rutuja and Dr. Veda just have explained all the details about carbohydrate counting and how it is effectively helpful for diabetic patient, especially for type 1. So now let's understand how carbohydrates are counted and distributed in the meal plan to adjust the dose of the insulin as well as the requirement of the diet with the help of this case study. So this is a case of a 30-year-old gentleman with type 1 diabetes. He was not having any comorbidities. His BMI was 22. When he visited us, his blood glucose level were quite high. Fasting was 243, PP 380, and HbA1c was 11.3%. And as a treatment, he was advised with 8 units of aspart insulin thrice a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner, respectively, and 23 units of glargine insulin at bedtime. So the total daily dose of his insulin comes to 47 units. When he came to me for diet and carbohydrate counting session, after taking his nutritional history, I noticed that he was consuming excessive calories, that too from carbohydrates. Around 70 to 75% of his meal was containing carbohydrates. His diet was very low in protein, only 10% of protein he was having. And as a nutritional treatment plan, I reduced the calorie intake, the composition of the calories. I reduced 75% from 50% of carbohydrates, increased his proteins and fats. In carbohydrate session, we educate patients about the different types of carbohydrate, different sources of carbohydrates, which food contains carbohydrate, and what are the sources of different types of carbohydrates. And for that, and it has to be according to the requirement of the insulin dose and the food requirement. So this is, here I have distributed his meal plan, like 2,000 calories, 50% of his meal from carbohydrate, 50% of calories from carbohydrates. I have increased his protein intake from 10 to 20% and fats as well. And I have distributed the same calorie 250 grams of carbohydrate throughout the day. I have displayed the same meal plan in front of you. We'll discuss in detail. So if we consider that his breakfast meal is containing 60 grams of carbohydrates, so calculation of ICR and ICF would be like, as Dr. Veda and Rutuja has explained, insulin carbohydrate ratio is the number of carbohydrates grams covered by 1 unit of insulin. So it is also always calculated by 500 rule. So if it is, the total daily dose is 47, so IC ratio for here would be 500 by 47 units, which comes to 11. So that means for this particular 60 grams of carbohydrate meal, he'll require 6 units of insulin. Coming to ISF ratio, ISF is a dose of insulin required to bring down high blood glucose levels to the desired target range. So for that reason, we have to educate our patients about the SMBG. The importance of SMBG is important. So this was one of the pre-meal blood sugars. His target blood sugar was 150. So you can see the difference comes to plus 70. So now we need to correct this elevated blood glucose level. And if we calculate his ISF by using 1800 rule, so 1800 by his total daily dose, which comes to 38 units. This means the difference in the pre-meal and the target blood glucose level is 70. So if 1 unit of insulin will be required for elevated 38 milligram of blood glucose, so for 70, approximately we'll need 2 units of insulin. And if we see the final calculation, that will be ICR plus ISF. So 6 units plus 2 units, that means 8 units of insulin will require for the 60 grams of carbohydrate meal and elevated blood glucose levels. So this is a meal plan. So let's see how I have distributed carbohydrates throughout the meal. This is a 2000 calorie meal plan containing 50% of carbohydrates. That means 250 grams. So we can say 16 to 70 counts we have distributed throughout the day. It is again rich in proteins and fats as well. Just to reduce the glycemic index of particular meal, we have included high protein meals. So I'll just explain you how I have distributed the carbohydrate content in actual meal. So this is a full meal plan containing 2000 calories in entire day and 250 grams of carbohydrates throughout the meals. So if we start from the breakfast, we have given 3 choices for breakfast containing 60 grams. As I mentioned, he was having 8 units of aspart insulin. So 60 grams of carbs we have planned here. We have 3 options. One option is upma, a banana, and a glass of milk. So this is 2 counts of carbs you can see. 1 count is banana and 1 count is, not exactly 1 count, but 10 grams we can calculate. So whole meal gives you 60 grams of carbohydrate. Second is idli. You can see this is a single idli, but we can say raw batter required for this idli we need to take care. This is 21 gram. 21 gram of batter is equal to this much of idli. So this is 1 count. 2 counts of sambar we have given and 1 fruit, that is guava. So again 60 grams. Third option is oats with milk and apple. So this is again a 60 gram. So any one option patient can select. We can also exchange the carb exchanges with any meal. Coming to mid-morning, this here I have given 1 count. One option is sprouts, you can say 30 grams. We can also give fruit, we can also exchange sprouts in breakfast, fruits in mid-meal according to the patient's choices or preferences. Coming to lunch, so you can see many food items here, but we have counted carbohydrates for only 3 to 4 things because other things, whatever we have displayed, are giving you negligible carbohydrates like buttermilk, soups, salad. We can ask patient for better satiety, and just to reduce the glycemic index, we have included these things. And if you see, here is 2 fulkas, dal, rice. These 3 things we need to calculate for carbohydrates. So total 60 grams are of carbohydrates you can see in this meal, but there are many food items which can give patients a good amount of protein, good satiety, and it will help to reduce the glycemic index as well. Coming to the snack, snack options, again, we have given 2 snack options. 1 feast of roasted chana you can count for 1 carb exchange, 1 fruit or makhana, and a glass of milk. So again, these are very nutritious options with good amount of fibers and protein, which will help not to increase the blood glucose levels. This is a meal plan for dinner. So here we have given again 60 grams, better satiety with good amount of protein, less amount of carbs. And if you see, we have given eggs. For vegetarians, you can also give tofu or paneer. So this will increase the satiety without feeling patient that I haven't eaten any food. So this is an entire meal plan with a bedtime milk. We need to give bedtime portion for type 1 patients just to avoid hypoglycemia. So this is an entire meal of 250 grams of carbohydrates. You can also have a look by seeing the amount of carbohydrates. So this was all about carbohydrate counting. I hope you all have a basic idea of it. And just to practice, we'll have a quick activity session for this. You all are having a page with you with a magazine. Activities are mentioned. And at the back side of the page, you have all the food items and the quantity of carbs. Everyone has got it? Rutuja, can you please help? Shall we start? If you need any help, Ms. Rutuja is available to help you, guide you. You have all the food items at the back of the page. Milk group is, we have mentioned, milk group is containing only 10 grams of carbs. Otherwise, every food item is giving you 15 grams of carbs. Shall we start? So this is activity number 1. It's written on your page as well. We need to calculate carbohydrates for this particular meals. There are 2 meals, 2 idlis, half cup of sambar and 1 apple. You can refer your back side of the page. Rutuja, you can help him if you need anything.
हाफ कप म्हणजे 1 युनिट. येस येस 1 युनिट.
2 small idlis 15 gram,
Correct.
half cup sambar 15 gram and 1 medium apple 15 gram.
So how much total?
45 grams of
Correct.
carbohydrates.
Okay.
So if this type 1 diabetes patient wants to eat one slice of bread, and if insulin to carb ratio is 1:15, and he's taking 3 units of aspart insulin, how much he should add? 1 unit, yes.
Next meal is giving you a few items which are negligible, which is containing negligible carbs. So there is no need to count for that. Just count for chapati, rice, dal and gulab jam.
So, second meal which you have given is 2 medium chapatis 30 grams,
Yes.
one third cup cooked rice 15 grams,
Huh.
half cup dal 15 grams. Others are negligible carbs. Then 1 piece gulab jamun 15 grams. Total carbohydrate 75 grams.
How much?
75 grams.
Correct.
One piece of gulab jamun is 30 grams or 15 grams?
Shall we proceed?
One piece of gulab jamun
Yeah,
is
one,
30 grams or 15 grams?
it's one count. 15.
15.
Yeah, yeah. Now we need to plan one breakfast meal which will give you 40 grams, 45 grams of carbohydrates. Any 3 things you can plan, or 2 things, whatever you wish to. But we need to calculate for 45 grams.
So in the activity mentioned, you can see that gulab jam is 40 gram, but it is 40 gram of gulab jam's weight. But that contains 15 gram of carbohydrates because rest would be fat and protein. So that is 21 gram of idlis. So idli when we weigh, it is 21 gram of batter which we are using to make it 15 gram of carb count because it contains urad dal also. One apple of 100 gram will give 15 gram of carbohydrate because apple would vary from this apple size, this apple size, this apple size. So a big apple, so depending on the weight of the apple, so a small medium sized apple of 100 gram, weighing apple's weight is 100 gram, but it gives us 15 gram of carbohydrates. So the weight which is mentioned in the activity is the weight of the food item. But when you read the first line that all foods are one carb choice. So when you see here 1/3 cup of cooked rice, it is 15 gram carbs. Oats 1/3 cup is 15 gram carbs. Though it is written raw weight 20 gram. So don't just read that all the food items which we have mentioned here, it is one carb unit or one carb exchange, or it is 15 gram of carbohydrates. So though we are seeing here that banana is 65 gram. So banana which is weighing 65 gram will have 15 gram of carbohydrates. So a 65 gram weighing banana is one carb unit because it contains 15 gram of carbohydrates in it. Yes, so one orange could be this much or this much. So small medium sized orange of around 100 to 150 gram will contain 15 gram of carbohydrates. It will be one carb, yes, one carb unit.
As
Yes.
I have told you, the quantity of food is different and the carbohydrates are different. Carbohydrates we measured in grams. Means 23 grams of raw wheat flour gives us 15 grams of carbohydrate, or 1/3 cup of cooked rice gives us
At least
15
one
grams
breakfast.
of carbohydrate.
Madam, in my breakfast, poha will be there, half cup, one banana and 200 ml milk,
Great.
15 gram. 65 gram banana, so 15 cup.
60 grams of banana gives us
15.
15 grams
Yeah.
of carbohydrate.
So one half cup poha,
Huh.
one banana
One
and 200 ml milk,
Yeah.
So which comes to 45,
45.
but that comes to 40 because 200 ml of milk is 10 grams. I have mentioned on the milk group that all milk products are giving you 10 grams of carbs, not 15. But-
My breakfast will contain 2 small moong chilla plus 250 gram of curd and 165 gram banana.
Correct. So this comes to 45.
So adding banana and adding gulab jamun. So I think we have to use carb counting as baseline knowledge, but we have to make it healthier. So are we promoting banana for our diabetes patients, 65 gram whole banana? So how can we make a most healthier breakfast with keeping carb counting in mind? Can we add papaya there? Because we saw that papaya, a big portion, will give 15 gram of carbohydrate. So it is not about if a visual interpret your meal plate, a big portion of papaya, which is fresh papaya, a good portion, which will give us one carb unit. Along with that, one fulka and sprouts. On the top, we have some tomatoes and a curd. So that makes a healthier breakfast item for diabetes patients, taking care into consideration carb counting also, proteins also, because sprouts will give us protein, curd will give us protein. So carb counting should not be the only thing which we are considering while planning a meal. We should know about carb counting, but we should make it healthier. Means Priya has given gulab jamun because we tell our patients that no food item is banned for you, its portion matters. And we also know that in clinical practice, evidence and RCTs are different, but in clinical practice, people, they would want to eat gulab jamun. This, for type 1 diabetes patients, we cannot say that you cannot eat anything. So at least he can add 1 unit if he is planning to eat. We have to tell them that it is not good for them, but she has added that just to get an idea of carb counting. But we should not tell ki sugars are getting controlled, so eat 1 gulab jamun daily and add just 1 unit of insulin. So that is not the take home message. We should definitely educate our patients that healthy diet along with regular exercise will help you, but just carb counting, we should have it as baseline and then make food choices healthier. So banana can be there once in a while, but better food choices would be papaya, apple, pear, pomegranate seeds, guava. These are better food choices, definitely. Because glycemic index and glycemic load, watermelon, when you see, many people, they tell us glycemic index of watermelon is very high. But this portion of watermelon which will contain 10 gram of carbohydrates. So though glycemic index of watermelon is high, glycemic load is less, so definitely people can eat watermelon, though its glycemic index is 70 plus.
Dry or fresh you are asking for? Dry or fresh you are asking? Fresh, one medium size is 15 gram. 100 gram is 15 grams.
Dry fruits you can see here.
Yes, yes. 100 gram.
Yeah, two small anjeer gives you 15 grams of carbohydrate.
Dry anjeer. Okay, shall we proceed? So this is the third activity. If 1 unit of insulin covers 20 grams of carbohydrates, then how much insulin would be required for the following carbohydrate meal? So for this we need, yes, I'll come to you. For this we need to first calculate carbohydrate for this particular meal, then we'll calculate insulin. Yes, ma'am? Okay. Moong dal chilla is 15 grams. 1 pear is 50 and 200 milk is 10.
Total is 40.
40 grams of carbohydrate and insulin required would be 2 units, correct. So we are done with the activities. I hope you have enjoyed the session and learned many things. If you are interested, you can have a look. We have displayed all the food items, which is giving you the amount of the raw material and the cooked material with the carbohydrate content of that meal. A whole meal plan for the day, which is giving you 2000 calories, 250 grams of carbohydrates. Meal is rich in protein and fibers just to improve the nutritive value and the glycemic index of that meal. We need to measure flours. 21 gram of any flour will give you 15 grams of carbohydrate. So it can be bhakri, it can be chapati. So we need to measure 21 gram for 1 count. So bhakri 21 gram ka jitna hoga, that will be 1 count. That are carb free things. We have displayed here what are the negligible or zero carbs food items we have displayed here. All non-veg you can consider for negligible carbs.
So may I request Priya and Rutuja to to be seated there so that we can have question answer session.
I advise always to mix 1 kg of soybean dal in 9 kg of wheat.
That's correct. It
And
will
also-
improve the protein quality of the flour, plus it will also improve the
And
glycemic
also
index.
we add 1 katori of methi dana.
Ha,
Dana
that's a healthy practice.
And in jwar atta also, 1.5 kg of jwar, we add 400 urad dal.
Ha, for
And that is a
bhakris, no?
very-
Yes.
Very nice food.
Yes, you can always add pulses to flours just to improve the protein quality, and it will help you to reduce the glycemic index as well. And it will give you satiety as well because it will be rich in proteins.
21 grams of flour, wheat flour, it is of 1 chapati.
1 chapati, yes.
You can weigh actually flour only,
Yes, that much
not
of,
grains.
not grains, flour.